What's up guys, it's Anthony with Atlantis Water Gardens, and today we are in Wayne, New Jersey, about to start a brand new 7x10 install. Colby and the guys are getting right to work over here because along with a brand new pond, we're also installing about a 15x20 flagstone patio that's gonna go all the way from down there, from all the way up to here. So because our pond is going over here and the way we got through into this yard was right here, we had to start with our patio first. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to dig this with the machines, having the pond right here. So now we just finished taking out all that old brick, taking down the grade a good little bit, so that way we can actually set some road fabric in here. And on top of that road fabric is gonna be our QP. And between the QP and the stone dust, that's gonna raise this level about 7 inches, allowing for our flagstones, which are about 1.5 inches thick, to sit right on top, and then they'll be just about flush with this existing patio. We just covered this up to try and keep it as clean as possible because we're gonna be doing a lot of work right in this general area. It doesn't look like a whole lot yet, but once we have that QP down and that stone dust, we'll have these flagstone pieces going in like crazy, making all these cuts, making all this dust, and we don't wanna really get any of that on this patio. So we're trying to protect it as much as we can. So Colby actually just got back from the stone yard. He picked up about 4 or 5 yards of that QP. So we're just taking that machine and we're gonna start bringing all that QP back here. We'll lay it out, we'll use our laser, get it right where it needs to be. We're gonna use our compactor on the top to really make sure that over time there is not really any settling, because when we bring the compactor over, we'll probably do it in about 2 stages. We'll do it at about the halfway point, and then we'll do it again to, just on that top grade, really to make sure this stuff is packed nice and that there's no settling over time. Our base for the patio is all in, it's compacted. We have a little stockpile over there because we didn't bring enough road fabric with us today. So when we come back tomorrow, we'll get ourselves another piece just to finish that off, hit it with the compactor, and then this thing is ready for some stone dust and some flagstone. But with this being done and we were able to work our machines back out of here, we started digging the pond and we're just about done with that as well. The guys just got the skimmer all set in. We're gonna end up running our plumbing up through this way to our 2,500 biofalls. It's gonna be somewhere up that way. We've been stockpiling a lot of the dirt that's been coming out of the pond right in that general area because we're doing about a 6-foot stream with about 2 feet of elevation. So we needed some dirt to be able to build up and back towards the fence there and the shed. And then just some more extra dirt to fan off the sides to really make this thing not look so volcano-y. But just coming right over here, this is gonna be pretty cool. There's a shelf right here, but where we're coming in with our patio, we're doing a straight up and down drop, and then right in here is gonna be a stacked stone wall that's gonna come from the floor of the pond all the way to the bottom of those flagstones that we're gonna be putting here. So when you're standing right about here looking down into this pond, you won't see the stacked stone wall under here. We also have a fish cave going in here. It's right about where Colby's standing because that's where our waterfall is gonna be dropping in, and that's really the more optimal spot right under the waterfall, so that way if there's any predator issues coming to this pond, they have a great space to hide somewhere super hidden that the bird or any other predator can't get to them. But with this pond being just about dug, we're gonna be getting our underlayment and our liner in here, and then we're gonna start rocking this thing in. So we're back, it is day 2 here on this project. Just this morning we set this big guy. So this is where our stacked slate wall is gonna be going, right in this area. It's gonna have just a nice crest in it to really kind of keep that curve in there and keep some shape. and then it's gonna come all the way probably to the top of that rock, and even then some, because this rock is a little bit shorter than where our patio height's gonna be. So that rock's in a real good spot. That gives us a nice space for us to meet up to with that wall. And then by the time we get towards the top of that rock, that's kind of where the bottom for that flagstone's gonna be. So this morning, we're gonna get this whole thing done, so that way we can pack in this whole area with the base. And then after we do that, we're gonna be able to get to work starting all the way in the far corner here, working our way this way to the pond with the patio. But along with this getting done, we have some fish cave pipe. We're gonna throw that in there, get that all framed out, and then we'll be working our way up this way, and then we'll be setting our biofalls, getting that all together. We have another piece of liner to make our waterfalls. So we have a lot to do today. So instead of me just continuing to tell you guys about it, let's get to work. For the just about end of day 2, I would say we're in a pretty good shape to wrap this thing up tomorrow. So we got our slate wall in, we got the majority of this pond rocked in, it actually even got washed down. We just have some rocks to place along the top over here, and then just finish the edge over there. But this thing's also filling. You see over there too, we got our fish cave in. I would say today we got a ton of work done, even all the way over here on the patio. We started on this end and we're working our way towards the pond, just so that way we're not all in one crowded area trying to do this area right here, while these guys are also trying to do the waterfall and we're not all walking over each other. But from all the way on this far corner of what was the existing deck, this is where the old brick patio was that we tore out. Now we're going piece by piece, cutting each and every one of these. It's so tedious. It's gonna look so good by the time we wash it all down. It brings out all these nice natural colors, and then we even put the sand through all the joints. This thing will look awesome, and it'll be a super nice complement to the pond we're putting in over here. Foley's just wrapping up, getting our biofalls all attached. That's a 2500 biofalls, and we have 2-inch plumbing running all the way up to the top of that. And the pump's not in here yet, but we're gonna be using an AquaSurge 3000 with a 2-inch check valve. But we're gonna let this fill for the majority of the night. Fred, the homeowner, is actually gonna shut this off, so that way when we come in tomorrow morning, this pond is just about full, and all we will have left to do is wrap up the waterfalls, give that a quick rinse, and then we'll be able to plug this part in. But then we still have all this. We still have a lot of work on the patio, about 25 feet or so, and then this big circle area that we're gonna get, hopefully, fingers crossed, so that way Fred has a nice, beautiful, brand new pond along with a brand new patio to enjoy for the weekend.
All right, now this is what I call a backyard. If you people could have seen it beforehand, holy crap, I love it. And the sound of the water. Now my grandkids will come out here with fishing poles. There goes my goldfish. Oh man, this is great. For 40 years, my wife and I wanted to move to the shore. We loved the sound of the water, the ocean, everything. She passed away, and I wanted to have something
that I could remember her by, with the sounds of the water, and I knew if I did this, she would love it. She was that kind of person. And it's just like buying a new house, you know? It's like it's something all brand new, and turned out great.
You guys always ask for this. It's been over a year since I've been back here, and this fits perfectly. This pond is a fantastic example of not needing a huge water feature to make a big impact in the backyard. This is kind of a tight space. We're right off the kitchen with those double doors, and Fred has a great view looking out from his kitchen table out to this beautiful 7x10 pond. That waterfall, it just looks so natural, especially after a year of growing in. You see those plants growing in next to the waterfall, kind of softening things up, giving it that feel like it could be coming out of the wooded area. The lily that's inside this pond is in a pot with aquatic soil. That's just one plant. It's doing so fantastic, even in a super shady area like this, because he fertilizes it. He's got good soil in there, and that plant has a chance to get the nutrients it needs to put off some beautiful flowers in a very shady spot. And you can see the frogs have already moved in. The typical frog on a lily pad, how do you get a better visual than that? This pond has a signature 1000 skimmer on it, as well as a 2500 biofalls. That's why it's so clean. This pond is crystal clear right to the bottom. We've got some aeration over here, which is helping keep things circulating, going towards that skimmer. We're running an AquaSurge 3,000 gallon an hour pump through 2-inch plumbing. That's giving us a really nice looking cascade. Those pooling areas just look amazing in this waterfall. Tell me what you think down below. Could you picture something like this in your small space backyard? If you're in the northern New Jersey area, you want to learn more about our Tranquility Pond packages, click this link here to go to our website, and you can kind of see what that might cost for something that's in the northern New Jersey area. Thanks for checking us out, guys. Hit that subscribe, come on back. We'd love to see you again. We'll see you on the next one.